I know it's been a super long time since I made a video, and my apologies for that. I thought I'd bring you guys a video about. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on in the NBA, and I thought, why not make a video about it, and why not, give my thoughts and my opinions to you guys. First of all, I want to thank you guys for all the subscribers and all the new subscribers. Welcome. This is my channel. I know you guys haven't seen a lot of content from me yet. So as you can see by the title, I'm going to be talking about the All-Star game and the All-Star teams. Starting lineup, obviously, is the only thing that's came out so far. And about just trade buzz, trade rumors, that have been happening. So yeah, first of all, I was really disappointed that Isaiah Thomas is not starting. It is crazy that he's even questioned for the All-Star game because he should definitely just be starting. Like I don't know what the NBA is up to. I don't know what the voters are thinking, but I personally can't believe that the guy who's leading the points average in the Eastern Conference is not in the starting lineup. I don't know, it's crazy to me. And I also want to congratulate any fans of Russell Westbrook and James Harden, which I'm sure there are thousands, because those two guys have been going off like crazy. I mean, hats off to these two brilliant players, and Russ, and I mean, they have their own standard that they play at. So it's just really fun to watch them. And another thing, how is Westbrook not in the starting lineup with a triple-double average? I mean, it's crazy. Some of the teams, they just make me really mad because I don't understand how Westbrook is not starting and Curry's starting. Curry's averaging less than 20 points, nowhere near 10 rebounds, and I mean, like 7 assists or something. I mean, that's good. I mean, I'd keep him on backup. But I wouldn't put Curry in front of Westbrook. I really don't. I don't get how Westbrook is not starting. But other than that, I think the teams are pretty good. Again, DeMarcus Cousins not starting. Don't understand that. And I have another note for any Warriors or Zaza Pachulia fans. How mad I was about the Zaza Pachulia votes. I swear, if he is in the All-Star game, it's just demeaning to the All-Star game itself. It's about greats coming together, the best players of this season coming together and playing one great game with lots of fun. And you don't add somebody in who's not at their caliber just for the fun of it. I just find that really disrespectful to all the other players that might get cut because of him or his votes, or players who should be on the team. Like if if guys like Isaiah or Damian Lillard, these guys get cut because of, or Cousins. He had more votes than Cousins. If he got cut over Cousins, that'd be ridiculous. So it's kind of sad to see that kind of voting happen. Towards, what about the other? He had more votes than like Kawhi Leonard, and that makes me mad because Kawhi is playing like he's a superstar, and Zaza is not there. And if he ever reaches there, then I'd understand it. But right now, I don't think it's fair to the other players. So you should vote with your brain, guys. Honestly. But moving on to the trades. So first off, Carmelo Anthony. Obviously, I'm a Celtics fan. I think most of my subscribers know that. Just in general, to all you guys watching, I'm a Celtics fan. And personally, I love to see Carmelo come to our team. And I'd also hate to see him come to our team. 2 reasons. The first reason, why would I love to see Carmelo come to our team? The man, he's good. He's a great scoring option. And, Isaiah would have the burden off him a little bit. Wouldn't have to score like 40 points a game just for us to win a game, So I'd love to see another guy, kind of like Kevin Durant, who can put up numbers. But Carmelo's kind of old. He's not at his peak. And personally, I think with like Isaiah at his prime right now, I want to see somebody else at their prime, Like, I'd like to see, I love to see DeMarcus come to us. I'd love to see Jimmy come to us. But, Carmelo's kind of old, so I'd love to get Carmelo, but for a cheaper price, But the Knicks are obviously going to ask for a lot, depending on whatever team it is. The Celtics are in question for him. The Knicks are probably looking to get rid of him because he's not playing the way they thought their super team would work out, as Derrick Rose said. Derrick Rose is not his same self from when he was an MVP, and I don't think they'll ever reach that caliber anymore. So I think personally, it's not bad for the Knicks to get rid of him, kind of rebuild without him now. But if you are, the teams that were in question, it was like the Clippers. They're not giving up Blake Griffin. As far as I know, I mean, that's probably not even a question. I wouldn't give up Blake Griffin, but they're not giving up Blake Griffin. The Cavs, who probably will not want to give up anybody good, but LeBron would love to play with his boy Carmelo. So that's probably a very slim possibility. I don't know where the Cavs would get the money or the assets to give it to him. So honestly, the Celtics are the best option for the Knicks, and I mean Carmelo, if all else fails, might be the best option for the Celtics to try to make a playoff push. But I don't think Carmelo's the player we need to win. I don't think we'll win with Carmelo. I mean, we might go to the conference finals, but I don't think Carmelo has what it takes to lead us all the way to the finals. I don't think he has that, but I do think he has. I think he can average 25 or more. I have faith in Carmelo to do that, but I don't know if he has that leadership capability anymore that the Celtics kind of need. Even though Isaiah is pulling through everything, and also, other guys here, trade talks. Paul Millsap might come to the Celtics. Paul Millsap, Atlanta, they kind of took a rebuilding kind of turn a little bit with giving up They lost Horford. They lost Jeff Teague. They have Dwight Howard, who's not doing bad. But overall, they might want to, trade him off for some young guys. And then obviously there's Jimmy Butler with Rondo and Wade. Maybe they want to start fresh too. A lot of teams are trying to start fresh, and a lot of teams are trying to do something like Minnesota, get a lot of young guys going in there, trying to take the old blood out, and take it out while you have a good chance of getting some good assets. A lot of teams, if you don't want Paul Millsap to get old and then he can only score like 12 points a game, nobody's gonna give much for him then, and before he becomes a free agent and leaves on his own. Same with DeMarcus. DeMarcus is probably inevitably gonna leave. I still think I said that wrong, but inevitably gonna leave. So the Kings should probably try to get something good out of him. They need some kind of rookie power. They really the Kings are pretty much kicked out. They are trash right now, and I don't see a future happening at all. DeMarcus is just there as a standby, trying to do whatever he can, and he scores 50 once in a while and plays amazing. Oh my God, Isaiah just dunked it. But he once in a while is always surprising us with a lot of stuff that he does. But still, I don't think it's fair to DeMarcus, and quite frankly, I think the Kings should just get rid of him and get a good player and get some young players instead of him, get some draft picks, because definitely the Lakers, the Celtics, so many teams will be willing to give something up for DeMarcus. Just not the world for DeMarcus, but some good draft picks. Like the Celtics, they could give up maybe Jaylen Brown, maybe Brooklyn Nets pick. There's a lot of options for a lot of teams. The Lakers are young, maybe give up Brandon Ingram. The 76ers, although they have so many centers, maybe it's not the best option for them. But I mean, there's a lot of teams that, maybe the Chicago Bulls give up Rajon Rondo, maybe put Rondo in a deal. Rondo and them aren't having the best of blood, but and also Bogut had some rumor. Bogut might go to the Cleveland Cavaliers, so that's a completely that's a new thing I saw today, and I was pretty surprised by that. I mean, Bogut's pretty good, but I don't know what the Cavs would do with him really. Maybe off the bench he'd be the best, because Tristan Thompson, in my opinion, is way better than Andrew Bogut. But honestly, these are all rumors, so they could go either way. But personally, as a Celtics fan, I'd love to see them blossom and get some great picks. I'm sorry, not picks. Get some great trades for their picks that they have loaded up, or maybe save them and wait for the draft. I honestly don't know what each team's gonna do at this point, but the Celtics should definitely go and try to get some new players. Same with the Kings, the Knicks. All these teams should try to get rid of their great assets because at the end of the day, I think Carmelo and DeMarcus, they have a much bigger worth right now than they will in like 3 or 4 years. You don't want Carmelo to get super old. Like, you want to trade him. He's still like early 30s, kind of. So I guess like teams could still see giving up something pretty good for him. Like, some teams believe that he's got a lot in him. I believe he's got, great stuff. But as a Celtics fan, I'd love to see the Celtics get something else too, because I don't think Carmelo could do it by himself with Isaiah Thomas. So, but yeah, all those teams got to try to find a way to get some younger players and let the good guys, go off before they actually leave in free agency, which probably will happen. So yeah, and finally, the All-Star teams. All in all, I think they were great. Antetokounmpo, he's having a great season. LeBron, Kyrie, obviously, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. You know the drill. But in all, I mean, I wasn't too disappointed. Just Isaiah and Westbrook kind of flipped me off, but. In the end, it all made sense as long as Zaza does not make the team. If he makes the team, then I'm going to have a lot to say. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for all the growth, guys. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for all the support, guys. Peace out.